Welcome to 291 Technologies. Hope you can hear me loud behind the music. I'm going to turn it down a tad bit. Alright, we're talking about the Moto X40. X40 phone coming out next year. Supposed to be a flagship killer. But here in the United States, it might be named something else. It's a phone without all the high-end specs and a high-end price. The latest flagship small Motorola, the Moto 40X, was announced a couple days ago in China. At the time they announced it, the phone was only available for pre-order in the country. But now, Motorola have officially begun to sell the Moto 40X, and you can't get the smartphone for the price of $399 yen, which is around $487 here in America. So we wonder if there's going to be a global version of this, and no pre-orders are necessary. And they just got a Chinese exclusive law, but they're going to make it soon with international launch. But however, the device may not launch as an X40 internationally stated, it might be dubbed as an Edge 40 Pro for the European market and Edge 23 Plus 2023 for the North American market. So this is a sign of times of what's coming up with Motorola. And I think Motorola is going to do their thing next year in 2023. So, that's all that is. So, this gives you an idea what the flagship are going to be. Alright. Here's the key strengths and features of the Motorola 40X Pro. Moto X40 Pro does a lot of things right. In fact, it does many things better than the current 2023 flagship type. One of the great strengths of the phone offers is flagship level performance. It's a fraction of the cost. In the display, Android while they stuck on 120 Hz display, the Motorola X took things to a whole new level. Motorola had opted for a 165 Hz screen for the 40X. Wow! And it's definitely an upgrade over the 144 Hz found on the previous iteration of the Moto 30, of the X30 and the Edge Pro and the Edge 22 Plus. This refresh rate puts a Moto 40X in the high-end territory. It makes the device go ahead with the current gambling beats, such as Asus ROG Pro 6. I liked it that. So we're going to continue without music. But interesting, Motorola X backs out on a little rest on the resolution wars and boasts a 6.6 OLED 24 times 1800 resolution. But the news on the planet, it promised bright accuracy, so you can definitely expect great viewing experience. And that's an overall great viewing experience. I can see what this. And one of the biggest features of the Model S is its SoC. The phone comes with Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 CUP, which is expected to be in the latest flagship of Samsung in comparison with the Model 30X and the 40X. See, say 35% CPU and 25% GPU upgrade. Most importantly, SoC is a true strike hit on the level CPU. Talking about a computer, that is. So look at the chip that is getting right here. This Generation 8, Generation 2. All right, that's let me see, you got any more. The only side where the Moto X40 sees a downgrade from the 30X is the battery capability. While the 30X comes with 5,000 mAh battery, the 40 features 46 mAh cell. However, the great part is the phone supports 125 watts fast charging, and the 30X for comparison topped out with 68 watts. So this would be, let me see. And along with the Pixel War, Motorola didn't take part in the Micro Pixel Complex. The 40X settled with a 50 MP primary processor, which is joined by 50 MP ultra wide camera and 12 MP telephoto lens. So the camera sensors and all that is very important in these phones. You know what I mean? So the performance, it ain't gonna let you down. It's just, here's the specs right here, but people in Asia will understand this. And on one front, you have a 60 MP selfie shooter. Wow. So the selfie will be better. It's going to be pretty great. This seems to have a point where the model did not bother upgrading the 40X over the 30X. Nonetheless, the facing camera of the 30X was pretty good, and you expect to get the same level forward out of the 40X. And other performance of the Motorola 40X. The Motorola 40X nails the others that you will find in the flagship phone. Supports 100 supports IP68 rating, 15 watts wireless charging, and it has 12 grams and 512 of variant of internal storage. This phone is going to be amazing. Motorola is making this big come up. And at the time, it's coming with Android 13 pre-installed. This again makes the 30 reside in comfortable living. And the irresistible price is the main seller of the Motorola 40X. So the main highlight, the price is such you can get the 120 model for just under $490. On the other hand, 12 GB with 256 storage by the retail price of $575, and the top spec model with 12 and with 112, so it's about $615. They're most likely going to be on AliExpress when they come out. A global version, that is. Let's put this into perspective. Starting at a price, the Azami in the USA is at $575 USD. That model comes out with 8 GB of RAM, 128 storage. So the Motorola has definitely a strong point with the 40X and the Spec C coming around. Let me go ahead and turn this thing off right here. Let me go ahead and turn this thing off because we're almost at the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? So this phone makes a very strong point. So if it comes out the way it's going to come out, then it comes out 6 months later in the US, it's going to be named something else. But in their country, they got a 30X, they got a 40X. You could go and probably find these on Giztop or AliExpress or Alibaba. You know what I'm saying? Now, what Motorola has to do is launch the device at early 2020 to keep the price consistent in the international price. You know what I mean? So you can get your hands on one of these phones. You got some of the best phones on earth right now. Some of the best phones. So that'll be it for the Moto 40X. The Moto 40X. Stay tuned for it next year. Coming out on Chinese market first, international market, then coming out in the British and American markets in different names. All right? I'm out of here. One. Hey! Hey!